What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Beat of Business with me, Ravi Wadden. If you're like me, you have the belief that innovation is the key to growth. Innovation is a key to our future as a society, and innovation is a key driver of our economic growth and success. In recent years and months, there's a high likelihood that you've read or heard about emerging technologies and trends like autonomous driving, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data, the Internet of Things, cryptocurrency, and digital payments. Now, depending on your level of interest in investing in technology, your knowledge of these verticals could greatly vary. You could be watching this video and hearing about these trends for the first time, or you may be a subject matter expert in something like machine learning. Regardless of interest, level of knowledge, or what you do for a living, or what your personal expertise is, I think that most of us agree that innovation is what drives growth. Now, as great as innovation is, disruptive innovation is even better. You might be thinking, what are the differences between the two? Well, let me explain it in a way that's super easy to understand. All disruptive innovation is innovation, but not all innovation is disruptive innovation. Innovations are constantly occurring in every industry, but to be truly disruptive, an innovation must entirely transform a product or solution that historically was so complicated, only a few people with a lot of money and skills had access to it. So here are a few great examples of disruptive innovation. Let's start with video streaming. Now, companies like Netflix disrupted the entire entertainment industry by developing a low-cost and convenient way for people to watch shows and movies. They've literally driven video rental stores out of existence and have supplanted cable and satellite as the largest subscription video provider on the planet. Another great example is digital cameras. The rise of digital cameras and our smartphone cameras can both be considered disruptive innovations. They didn't create the photography market, they just fundamentally redefined it. The funny thing is that it was a Kodak engineer that actually invented the digital camera, but Kodak as a company rejected the idea. They were convinced that digital photography would never penetrate the established photography market. Boy, were they wrong. And my third example of a disruptive innovation is Uber. Academics may disagree that Uber is not a disruptive innovation, arguing that its customers were already using taxis and it doesn't quite fit the criteria. But for purposes of this video, I'm going to consider it as a disruptive innovation. At the end of the day, it created a new market and value proposition by disrupting an existing one. Now, before we continue, I want to remind everyone to please hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the subscribe button below. If you've missed any of my past videos, you can watch them on my YouTube channel, or you can go directly to my website, thebeatofbusiness.com. All right, so let's talk about the next wave of disruptive innovation. As investors, we are always trying to look for the next big thing. We're trying to find the next Uber or the next Netflix or the next Amazon. Literally, the due diligence and research never ends. The capital markets are in a constant state of change, and by doing these videos, I'm hoping to help guide you through the transformation. The question is, where is the next wave of disruptive innovation going to happen? Now, I can't pinpoint a certain company or a certain industry where this disruption is going to take place because that's just not possible. But what I do know is that there is a set of new ideas and emerging technologies that truly have the potential to transform the world that we live in. And I'm under the impression that these upcoming disruptive technologies and companies offer a tremendous investment opportunity. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a huge sports fan. I grew up playing basketball and I'm a huge fan of the NBA. And the parallels that I draw from my investment portfolio are very similar to a general manager that's running a professional sports franchise. You see, I look at disruptive technologies kind of like draft picks. I'm hoping that I don't have to pay a lot of money for them. I've hopefully done all of my research on them, and I'm usually selecting them based on their future potential, not how skilled they are today. The difference is that in my portfolio, I don't get the first pick or the 10th pick or the 23rd pick. I get every pick in the draft. That means that I can diversify and draft a guard, a couple of forwards, a three-point specialist, and a great ball handler. They may not all pan out, but I've watched them in college and high school, and based on my research, I think they have enormous potential. Now, just like you diversify your draft picks, you need to diversify your investments. You need some scorers, you need some defensive players, you need some good decision makers, and you need some good young talent that won't eat up your salary cap, but provide you with huge potential upside. If this young and up-and-coming talent were an investment, I would consider them to be disruptive innovators. Now let's talk about how to invest in disruptive innovations by buying one ETF. Let's talk about Cathie Wood and ARK Invest. Cathie Wood is the CEO of ARK Invest, an asset management company that focuses on disruptive technologies and invests specifically in innovative companies that apply them. Today, ARK and Cathie Wood manage over $60 billion in assets compared to just over $3 billion a year ago. That's the fastest growth in AUM in the history of the stock market. And that's with good reason. Her flagship fund is up more than 24% just in 2021 compared to the 4.7% for the S&P 500. And that's what I'm here to talk about, her flagship fund, the ARK Innovation ETF. I recently invested in the flagship fund, ticker ARKK, because I genuinely believe in the potential of disruptive innovation. Additionally, I truly believe in the product that ARK has created. I believe in their vision, I believe in their research process, and I love the fact that I have full transparency in knowing what my underlying investments are. I know there has been a trend away from active management, but this just goes to show that active management is still desired if it is implemented in the right way. I truly believe that there is no better way to invest in disruptive innovation. When you look through their prospectus, you'll see that they are focused on genomic revolution companies, automation transformation companies, energy transformation companies, artificial intelligence companies, next generation internet companies, and fintech innovation companies. If you watch any of her interviews, she truly is a visionary, and I think her outlook is spot on in terms of these disruptive trends. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and put all of your money in this fund, but if you're looking to invest in the potential of disruptive innovations, I think you can do it in one swoop by adding ARKK to your portfolio. I really encourage all of you to go check out their website. Along with their innovation fund, they also have 4 other ETFs that are a little more focused in terms of their industry. Now, over the last 120 years or so, we've had huge breakthroughs like the invention of the internal combustion engine, the telephone, electric lighting, the airplane, the mobile phone, and the internet. And now it's time for a new generation of breakthroughs in areas like DNA sequencing, automation, energy storage, and blockchain technologies. If you believe that innovation is the key to growth and would like to capture some of the growth in a single fund, then I think you should go check out the ARK Innovation Fund. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I hope you learned something new.